Hey everyone, welcome to the What Happened channel. In today's video we're going to talk about some of the most famous serial killers in history. The behavior of these murderers intrigues and leaves us fascinated. After all, they are such cruel and shocking crimes that their stories travel the world. Serial killers have the characteristic of killing more than once and following the same patterns and rituals, ranging from choosing their victims to carrying out the murders. Here is a list of some of the most terrifying serial killers in history. Dennis Nilsen. Born in the United Kingdom, Dennis Andrew Nilsen was a disturbing serial killer who not only murdered, but talked to the bodies of his victims. That's because he felt lonely, while the men they dated just wanted sex. When the bodies were already decomposing, he cut them up and incinerated or threw the pieces down the toilet. Charles Manson. Charles Manson was a serial killer who never actually got his hands bloody, literally. Instead, the criminal created a cult and recruited young men to commit the murders for him. On the nights of August 9th and 10th, 1969, 7 people were violently and cruelly killed by the group. Jack the Ripper. The serial killer Jack the Ripper has never been named. He committed crimes on the outskirts of Whitechapel, London, in the year 1888, targeting call girls. The killer cut the victims' throats and abdomens, removing their internal organs, which suggested that he had a certain knowledge of anatomy in surgery. Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer was an American serial killer who killed 17 people, mostly men and boys, between 1978 and 1991. The serial killer killed by practicing rape, necrophilia and even cannibalism, shocking the United States at the time and today. John Wayne Gacy, Killer Clown. John Wayne Gacy, also known as the Killer Clown, was an American serial killer who committed his crimes in the Chicago metropolitan area. Its victims were at least 33 teenagers between the years 1972 and 1978, killed by stabbing, suffocation and strangulation. Most of the bodies were hidden in their own home. Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. In California, U.S. state, Richard Ramirez committed horrible crimes between 1984 and 1985. The serial killer, also known as the Night Stalker, attacked his victims with firearms, hammers and other tools, even using the force of his own body, such as kicking. At the crime scene and on the bodies, he drew satanic images, like pentagrams. Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy, one of America's first recognized serial killers, was an extremely cruel man masquerading as a hardworking, studious family man. Unbeknownst to everyone, he dedicated his free time to kidnapping, raping and murdering women. As we saw in this video, many serial killers have a double life, where they create a life to live in society, but they have in their true nature the sadistic and murderous need to satisfy their desires by committing horrendous crimes. So we finished today's video, where we meet some of the most famous serial killers in history. For more content like this, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Until the next video.